What a freaking mess! Oh my god, good evening, hello. This is Gilganos. Alright, you can hear me. Oh god, I'm cursed. I am so cursed. Or have been cursed, I don't know. Why is not everything perfectly in camera frame? Oh, well, I don't care. As you can still see Jinx on the edge of the corner. On the edge of the corner there. Yeah, oh god. Yeah, hello. Alright. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. Last time, we went into that cave over there and fought many chars. We killed the ghost flame dragon. We killed a grave... I don't know what its name was. Nightbot, what was his name? A Knight of the Solitary Jail. Of which we're probably gonna meet more. And also a demi-human swordsman which was in that cave down there. And then we set our goal for this time to go, and as you can see, we need to get our runes. Yes, Valnek, I thought of them, don't worry. We need to go over here, and we're gonna explore all of this area, or as much of it as we can, and go down here, explore all of this. I really don't want to go to anywhere that we cannot yet see on the map, because, you know, like... my poor brain. And then, yeah, once we're done with that, we're going over here. Probably not today, maybe today. I don't know how difficult all of this is going to be or what's going to be there. It's not going to be too much of a stream. I wanted to start like a half an hour earlier today, but well, not early. I wanted to start half an hour ago, like as per schedule. But that didn't go as planned because for some reason my OBS broke. I'm usually, you know, because I am recording a different scene that I am streaming, right? For reasons. And that means I'm using the virtual camera of OBS usually. Also, it's been like 2 weeks since I've last played Elden Ring, so expect me to play like garbage today. And yeah, for some reason, I usually use virtual camera of my OBS. It doesn't work anymore. I only just saw that like 10 minutes before I wanted to start the stream. So yeah, I had to change some things, and here we are. It's finally working, and I'm finally back on stream again. Yeah, didn't have any streams the last 2 weeks because a lot happened. Actually, I think there's a list over there, right? So let's just quickly get over that bridge. A lot happened, most of it not very positive, including me getting sick, which was one of the more easily manageable things, and my PC breaking down on Tuesday, which was the main board as it seemed. Hello? Oh god, this is problematic. Would you please? Yeah, I realized I was complaining about like frame drops last time when we played this. I'm still kind of complaining about that, but I feel like it's not visible on stream. At least it wasn't when I checked the recording. No, when I checked the stream. It seemed to not be an issue on stream, so. I didn't change anything about my settings or something. You know, like as long as it only affects me, I don't really care. Yeah, PC breaking down. My cat had to be euthanized. Well, one of my 2 cats. My Final Fantasy 14 that it kind of disbanded, and we had to find a new one, and a lot of stuff happened in the past 2 weeks. And yeah, I didn't have the time and or the energy to stream. So yeah, I really wanted to get in the stream today. Because I was starting to feel like if I don't do it today, then we're never gonna do it again. Actually, why did I not touch that bed of grace there last time? That would have been... Did I? No, I did not. It wouldn't sparkle like that, right? If I did. There's a Shadow Tree fragment here. What the heck? Why didn't they get it last time? Oh, come on. Don't worry, I'm still thinking of my roots, but I want to touch that. I want to touch that side of grace first. Amelia52, thank you for the follow so much. Welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, I really wanted to get in a stream today because I was feeling like if I wouldn't have, then we probably just wouldn't never get back to streaming, and that would be sad. So here we are. Probably not gonna be the same length as usual. I mean, usually I go until like midnight or something, right? Probably gonna clock in at like 11 p.m. Central European Summer Time, which is in 3 hours. So, yeah, Amelia, how are you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, this is the second day that we're playing Shadow of the Erdtree. Last time was 2 weeks ago, roughly. Wait, wasn't there like a knight around here that killed me last time? Did I kill the knight? Does the knight not respawn? That would be nice. Hello. Oh, that was you. Okay. Not the knight I was expecting, but I guess I killed it last time. Don't even remember that. Watch it just stab me from behind at some point. No? Might have been that one over there. Probably. You're doing amazing. That is nice to hear. Really good. Alright, hey, very good start to the stream. We already got a Shadow Tree fragment and we got a rune spec. Isn't that nice? So, I don't really want to go up north because that leads to a territory that has new map fragments and I don't really want to go there yet. So we're just gonna explore like this part of town, maybe a bit of this forest here until we come back and have a look at the rest of the town, and then this... What is it actually? I mean, it's not that castle that I can see there. Oh, that might be this thing, huh? It looks a lot bigger than it looks here on the map, so I think there's gonna be more behind there. I'm having such amazing gaming skills. I haven't really done a lot yet. So... That sounds like a weird thing to say. Whatever, we're gonna explore whatever is over there later. That's my shield. Oh, my good and trusted shield. Huh. Maybe there isn't a lot behind here in this forest. Well, there's probably gonna be something in the forest, like, you know, like bandits, wolves, dragons. Already had a dragon last time, right? And gravestones, because there's gravestones everywhere here. Actually, faded gravestones, like right. It's like the spirit of a gravestone. Okay. Some random rooms I got there. What is this? Oh yeah, I was holding the button, because I had the shield out. I guess we kill it first and ask questions later, right? Okay, it has no HP, which is weird because everything so far in the Shadow realm has had a tremendous amount of HP, especially the bosses. Yeah, Shadow Tree fragments. I think we upgraded our... What was it called? The curse? Why does it say something about it? Oh, I think I need to reset the bonfire to see it. Yeah, we upgraded it once so far, and I think it increased my damage by like 10%. Which would have been very handy to have when we fought those bosses last time. So finding Shadow Tree fragment is of utmost importance. Like the most important task that we have in this whole DLC, as it seems. Because I'm a little reminded of Dark Souls 2, I have to say. Because I feel like the beginning of Dark Souls 2 is... Who is fighting? Whose runes am I getting here? I feel like the beginning of Dark Souls 2 is like tremendously overtuned. Like you have no flasks at the beginning, like 1 or 2, right? For a long time. You lose max HP when you die. You don't have a lot of iframes, actually barely any iframes on your roll and stuff like that. And then if you level up the right things and look at the right places, you get stronger really fast in Dark Souls 2 and the game becomes a lot easier. And I'm feeling like the DLC is kind of tuned the same way as it seems. As in, the HP pool of the bosses right at the beginning of the DLC is so extremely high. It really took me off guard, and also their damage. Of course, the Erdtree fragments also decrease the amount of damage we take. Do I have a Discord server? Unfortunately, I don't. So, no community to join there. At least on my side, not yet. Maybe in a few years, who knows? But so far, I feel like just having a Discord server for the reason of having a Discord server when nobody's there talking is a little, I don't know, doesn't really do a lot. So maybe when we grow, if we grow community a little at some point, we're gonna do a Discord server, but not gonna be quite a while, I would say. Yeah, I already realized last time when we started with the DLC, there wasn't too much in those areas we've explored so far, right? Like a lot of forest, a lot of gravestones, but not really much else. Which isn't too bad for me, I have to say. I don't mind that too much. It's better than having too much boring stuff going on, I would say. Because, you know, like, at least I don't need to be scared too much of missing important things. And, you know, I only need to go past everything, like, once. Hey, look, a waterfall. So that's fine with me so far. I mean, there's mushrooms, that's something, right? Alright, there seems to be literally nothing up here. So far. I mean, we could go up here, I guess. Kind of an enclosed space, right? There seems to be something up here, so why not do that? I guess we could do that. Well, you don't have to be sorry for asking. Asking is always fine. I mean, I can't still just say no, right? That's a beautiful thing when people ask. I like people asking. You can always say no or yes, depending on what is asked and depending on what you want to say. It's much better than assuming stuff and things. Wait, can we not get up here? Huh, weird. On the map it looks as if we could get up here. I guess not. Then how do we... I'm confused. How do we get up there? Which is a rhetorical question. Please don't answer that if you know. Maybe around here. I'm not exactly sure if those brown lines are like paths, because it doesn't seem like it, right? But then what would it be? Huh. Oh. That's just height lines? Is that what they called? Indicating the height? Oh, that would actually be right. Well, okay. Then we don't go up here. So back to town. Nice. Alright. On our trusted mighty steed. Oh, I haven't been here. Well, I have been here, but not at this very exact moment, point of the... Oh, that is a dog. Hello. Okay. A burning dog. Did we see those last time already? I don't remember. Ah, let me in. It looks like a beautiful tent. My PFP is really cool. What's PFP? Doesn't really ring a bell right now. But thanks, I guess. Come on. Been over here, right? Yes. Okay. And down here should be the State of Grace? No? Over there, okay. I guess we go up here first. And then we converge towards this stronghold looking area over here. With all the corpses. Because that looks like fun, right? Let's do that, sounds like a plan. Pretty sure we haven't been in this spot. Oh, always forget to refresh my bestial vitality. Which makes me reach an HP very, very slowly. But I mean, when you're running around a whole lot, why not have free HP going? Ah, that didn't work. Okay, now we have issues. I'm stuck. That's perfumers. Alright, get over here. I think I need to have a look at my graphics settings anyways. I'm not liking these frame drops. Don't know if you can see those in stream. But it's really not what I'm used to. Hello. Why is there so many perfumers around? Cutting cave moss. Oh, this looks like fun. Question is, fun for whom? I am dead. Wow, that dealt a lot of damage. I never liked perfumers. Now I remember why. Actually, no, that dealt a lot more damage than I remembered that it would. What am I getting runes from? Weird. How much was the price? I think I paid like... Oh, dang. Those one respawned, of course. I think I paid like $80, $90 for 6 emotes. Something like that. I'm sure it was a less than 100. But not by much, I think. Do I want some more? No, thank you. Not currently. I am absolutely content with how much money I've been spending on everything I need to keep this stream running already. Get away! Ooh. Get away from me! Hello. I like it when their eyes are glowing. I've already realized that there was a lot of people with glowing eyes. A lot of enemies with glowing eyes in the DLC, which usually means they drop like 5 times the usual amount of runes, right? So... that's good, although I don't think that runes really make it a whole lot of a difference. Since we're already a very high level. Actually, what is my level? 174, that's actually not as much, now that I think about it. But it's still pretty high. And of course, we already identified that Erdtree fragments are a lot more important for character power than runes are. Wait, where's the... oh. Guess I didn't remove that marker up there. Have I ever tried to draw my character digitally? No. I am abysmal when it comes to drawing. Of course I would love to be able to draw. But I don't have the endurance to actually try it and, you know, like look at my stuff and be like, yeah, that's bullshit, let's try again. I'm looking at my stuff and be like, yeah, it's bullshit, I'll never draw again. I have the utmost respect for any artists. But yeah. Oh, really? I set it right into the end. Nice. can you draw that for me? Well, you know, like, you can draw my character if you want to, but I'm not gonna pay you anything for it, and I'm not gonna, like, ask you to do it. That's just like, I mean, you're free to do whatever you want, but as I said before, I won't be spending any money on anything I do on stream, or anything I could have, or could add. Actually, I bought a new camera just a few months ago, I think, which was already expensive enough. So feel free to do whatever you want to do with your freedom of doing things. A weird sentence to say. But yeah. Okay. Not really anything around except for a few Papumas. Did we even pick up any items? Oh yeah, there was a... I am so engorged in my speaking that I didn't even realize we did pick up a treasure chest, right? I didn't realize what was in the treasure chest did. For sure was more than a rune, right? Well, I should probably pay more attention. I saw so many spells and stuff marked as new in my inventory when they're obviously not new. But I guess that the exclamation marks that mark new items in the inventory are kind of retroactive. I guess they also mark things that I have never, you know, like, had a look at in the base game. I'm a little torn. I don't know if I should be going over the bridge or eastwards first. Looks like something where another Shadow Tree fragment could be. Well, this looks also where more Shadow Tree fragments could be, but this looks also like an area where there could be like an important boss. And I think, if I remember correctly, there was a hint that when we touched the, what is it called? Mikola's cross here. I think it showed that Mikola was here, right? I feel like this is probably gonna be a rather important area. Well, the giant guarding it might actually be even a dungeon somewhere in there. So I guess we go south first then. So I'm again not sure. I guess this is where the road goes. I guess this is gonna be an elevator or something that leads up here. Yeah, let's go south first. Let's go down here first, actually. Actually, let's go top first and then bottom. This might just lead like... don't think there's a cave down there, no. Alright. I still don't remember what was in that chest. Focus on the game, Gilgamesh. At least sometimes. What's up here? Do I actually go below the bridge? No. That's a deep chasm. I really don't want to go there. It's kind of weird how the light is in this area, like in the whole Shadow Realm so far. I mean, look at the light that the lantern emits. It looks so different from the base game. I wonder if it's only gonna be like in this area, or if it's gonna be like that in the whole DLC. This looks like a place where patches could be, right? Kicking us down the ridge. Rada fruit. Does look different, yeah. And it looks absolutely gorgeous, as usual. All the areas, everything in Elden Ring is so freaking beautiful. I also don't really have the frame issues over here, so that's nice. I like being here. Now what's this? Oh, that's the top path. Okay, we're gonna go the bottom path first. Come on. I hate those. Actually, it doesn't even do a lot. I mean, the broken rune I think is like 200 runes, right? Why do I even? Why do I, it's like when you find like a piece of a money piece on the floor, right? And it's like 10 cents, 20 cents, whatever. And you're like, nah, should I really now bow down and pick it up just for 10 cents? I mean, if you do that with a million pieces, if you do that with a million broken runes, then that's gonna be nice. Nice hole. But that's just not gonna be the case, right? So really? Oh. It sounded like footsteps approaching me. But I guess it was just that one coming back. I'm not sure if it's my new headset, because I do also have a new headset, because also my headset broke in the last, like, 2 weeks. Like, I don't know, the last 2 weeks was so cursed. Oops. And I feel like I hear footsteps so much better now with the new one. Probably because it's kind of like made for that, right? But I'm just always confused when there's footsteps and I'm like, oh my god, who is running at me? Sword drawn, and then it's just a guy, you know, like tumbling backwards. Really? No chest? No, not even a stone sword? Well, actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I wonder if there's gonna be any use for all the stone sword keys that we have from the base game still. As I don't feel like that's gonna be the case. Because we haven't found a single one so far. Huh. How do I get back up? And I go down there. I'm confused. Oh. Never mind. Okay. Oh, there's the people fighting. Oh, there is people fighting over there. Yeah, I think we saw those last time already, I guess, as well. They're much too far away. That's for sure not the runes that I got when I spawned in. Also, yeah, I think it was like 25 runes, right? That's like a mouse dying somewhere, I guess. Like maybe a cat caught a mouse somewhere and I got the runes for that, I don't know. Don't ask me why a mouse would have 25 runes. But I feel like in this world everything has runes anyways, so why wouldn't the mouse have? I mean, there's rats in this game anyways, right? So those for sure have runes. Spread crossbow. What does that say? Oh, that's what we got. Yeah, right. The fire spark perfume bottle. That's what was in the chest. Now I remember. Perfume bottle remade into a weapon by perfumers of the realm of shadow. Attacks release perfume powder producing sparks of fire. It's just a normal weapon. That's actually cool. The state was a violent purge, and the perfumers were not called there to heal. Ah. I was kind of wondering, because there's a lot of perfumers in Lanedale as well, right? And I was kind of wondering, what are those doing in Lanedale? Well, I guess they were working on the perfumes there, because there was like a lot of plants around, herbs and stuff, right? That's it. Oh, that wasn't even what I just got. Crossbow. Where was it? Shouldn't be a weapon. Oh, on the ranged weapons. That makes sense. Spread crossbow. A modified crossbow made by combining 2 crossbows into 1. That sounds like something stupid. Capable of loading multiple bolts and firing them simultaneously, enables a spread of fire. I mean, look at it. It's like there's duct tape around it. I mean, sure. If it works, it works, right? In times of war, you need to be... You take whatever you get. And again, I'm still not exactly sure what those people are. Those are... Mesmer's people, I think, right? If I remember correctly, that's what they were called. Which I guess invaded the lands. Because they were the Horn Sent, right? Which were probably the natives, more or less. Were probably attacked by them. And then Mikola came and wanted to explain, not explain, apologize, if I remember correctly. That's what the NPC said, I think, right? I think it was Freya. Not sure if, like, Mikola wanted to apologize for the Mesmer soldiers, because of course they look like soldiers from the Lands Between. And I mean, Mesmer starts with an M, right? So it might be loosely affiliated with Marika. Or any of her children. I wonder if we're gonna learn more about that. I mean, I hope we're gonna learn more about that. Well, probably once we get to the castle behind there. Alright. What are we dealing with here? I'm confused. I'm so used from the base game that every nook, every cranny, there is something to be found, right? And in the DLC so far, that just wasn't really the case. But you still have to look, right? Because there could be like the entrance to a cave somewhere, or the entrance to a catacomb. Although I'm very happy actually that we haven't found any catacombs or caves so far, at least not ones resembling the ones in the base game. Because oh boy, can I not see those anymore. Are those horn scents? Oh god, you're still alive. Oh my god, I'm getting double teamed. I'm alive. Would have thought. I hate that moment when the character turns around. Because you cannot roll. Like when you run and then turn around. At that exact moment, you cannot roll. That had me worried there for a second. Okay. I mean, they look different than the horns in the buff, but I mean... Probably not gonna be a horn scent there. They're probably gonna have a different name. Maybe we're gonna find an item. Gonna explain something about them. But I mean, they are fighting the Mesmer soldiers, obviously. And I am fighting both of them, so hey, 3 runes. Aha, well not 3, but, you know. Kind of easy to get runes. Interesting how often they're getting staggered. I can't see what you're doing. Okay. Them fighting each other, it just makes you want to jump in and start slicing them up. Kinda like this. You are still alive. Isn't that interesting? Oh, not anymore. Kinda look like ogres. Like something we'd find in Lord of the Rings. Oh, we lost one. The last living ogre. Well, we can do something about that. Oh, I didn't pick up the shinies. Come on! String. Okay. If you defeat enemies in the game, you need to pick them up, right? That's the right thing to do. Alright, catacomb ahead. Boss ahead, grave ahead. What is this? Or maybe none of the above. There is an entrance. Nice! Finally we found something on the map, right? More than just graves and deer. Oh dear. And the annoying thing about the graves is they kind of look like shinies. Or at least like the skulls that have runes in them, right? I'm just never sure when I see them in the distance. Like, is that a skull over there? Is it a mushroom? No, it's a gravestone. It's not about planes or birds. No, it's about gravestones. What's with that lighting over there? Back. That looks weird. Alright, let's head into that. And there's a mushroom, which looks the same. Great, isn't it? And let's head into this mausoleum. Is there gonna be another... Oh, it looks like a tunnel. Alright, let's see if Ruined Forge lava intake. Huh. Yes, of course, one thing that I didn't like about the base game was all the more or less generic caves and stuff that were around, right? I was very happy last time when we found that... what was it called? Valorant jail. Good evening, hockey player. Welcome in, welcome in. Nice to have you here. We just found another cave. It looks like a tunnel, and it was just about ramble about all the tunnels and caves in the base game that all look the same and are basically the same, right? Now, so far, this is a very good mix-up to the base game. Just wait until all of the DLC caves and stuff are gonna be the same, right? But so far, I'm very happy with what I've found. By grace, if ever I saw another rock, I shall find it. Of this I have no doubt. What kind of rock? The altar of the forge cannot be far. The altar? I just got Fiery Hero Graves, PTSD. And what was it called? Was it Azula's? Not Azula. Azula? What was the hero's grave called? Orizos. No, that wasn't the one. Was it the one? No, I think it was somewhere in Mount Gelmir, right? The one where you rode the chariot over lava. What's that? Read message. Hit them where they're weakest. Really? Thank you. That's a very good tip. I should really... If only I had known that like 100 hours ago, right? When I was still playing through the base game. Is that an enemy? I guess the game would have been so much easier. That is an enemy. Okay, so it looks like a stone golem of sort with a... Well, I guess we want to hit him in the bum. That makes sense, right? Guess they didn't hear that. So let's try that. Never mind. Oh, I can see smithing stones on the floor. Let's see, can I run around you? That hurt. Ouch. Okay. Retreat! Retreat! Change of plans. Oh, that was funny. I cannot see a whole lot. I can literally not see the enemy. That's a problem. You have a buttload of HP. Felt like I couldn't critical strike them or backstab them from behind, which is a shame. Stop that, please. Fortunately, I don't really have any weapons against sturdy enemies. I'm not even sure if that deals more damage than hitting them from the front, to be honest. It does, never mind. Come on! But only getting one hit in isn't really that great. Smithing Stone 4, really great. Who doesn't want Smithing Stones 4 in the DLC of this game, right? Exactly what I ever wanted. Didn't it really? I didn't even hit it. Yeah. First thing I thought it was pinned. I This is just fantastic. Love it. Like, I do have some weapons dealing blunt damage. Or striking damage. Is it called striking? I'm not sure. Which is usually better against, like, stone enemies and stuff, right? But I don't have them equipped currently. I don't know if they actually do more damage. Let's try that. Oh, really? Bad idea. But yeah, I just want to make sure, because I actually use... I know that looked stupid. But I did actually use my shield in the base game, sometimes. Against Crystallians and stuff. Because Crystallians are kind of interesting, right? Because you can... Once you stagger them using a blunt damage weapon, striking damage weapon, they kind of lose their armor, and then after that I think you deal normal damage with other weapons as well. Oh, come on. Oh, that was close. Don't make this more difficult than it has to be. It's probably gonna be a billion of those, right? But yeah, the shield really didn't do anything, so I feel like striking damage doesn't really do a whole lot more. Really just stand behind them and hit their little red gem. Any illusionary walls around? I'll never be sure. Also reminds me of Dark Souls 2, because when I played Dark Souls 2, I didn't know that, of course, you had to press the button, the interaction button, and not roll against illusionary walls. Like, I only found it out, like, 2/3 through the game. But that was fun. Always remember to level up, now that I think about it. I do have a ton of runes. And I'm kind of used to, you know, like, just ignore how many runes I have currently, because who cares about a few levels? Or maybe I should start to care, right? I mean, you can always get stronger, I guess. And it costs like 250k or something anyways, right? I very rarely even have the amount to level up. Now that I think about it, what I should have done, though, is increase my Shadow Tree Blessing, right? Because I do think we do have 2 of them now. No, dang, never mind, we only have 1. Okay, too bad. Well, there's not really a lot to level up. I think it doesn't really give a lot of HP currently. And I also, of course, hit the diminishing returns and dexterity already. I think I wanted to level up endurance a little more, so I can be more flexible with my equipment load. And more stamina is always fine. Let's do that. Actually, now that I think about it. Well, I guess the claws aren't going to be better against stone enemies, because, of course, claw weapons for sure will be great against enemies literally made of stone, right? But I might be able to get more hits in. So let's try that. Just once. And I'm probably gonna die, because I am a hussy. And without my shield, I'm nothing. And I'm a lot more flexible than with my greatsword, obviously. I guess that's good. Ah. I cannot critical strike you, are you kidding me? Oh, that's mean. I love my claws. Ouch. Ouch. Really? That hit me? Wasn't so surprised about that one. Just about to say, yeah, that is actually a lot better than using the great swords. Come on, just die. I feel like that's better. Unless I just, you know, get too reckless. Anyways. I think I want to use rune arcs, because, you know, I still have a lot of rune arcs left from the base game. And not using them is just like... Why having them if you never use them, right? I feel like it's actually more valuable for exploration. Because while you're exploring... I just wanted to say it's less likely that you die, right? Because, of course, if you fight a difficult boss... I mean, it can help you once you've learned the boss, right? To actually kill the boss. But at that point, you probably don't really need more HP, right? Which is why... Oh, there's smithing stones all around, I realized. Which is why the Runox don't really do a whole lot against bosses, I would say. At least not, you know, like difficult bosses. When you would actually need them. Unless you have a buttload of them and you're gonna go, like, fighting Millennia and, like, okay, you can use them 40 times and then you die 41 times and, okay, now you're out of Runox. They're probably gonna be a lot longer, active a lot longer when you just use it for, like, basic exploration, right? So why not use them? Oh, I do have them. Interesting. The lantern active. Really like the design of this place. This is so cool. And it looks so good. And there's no FPS drops. So far. In here. Oh, I just want to say I don't like dropping into a pit without a way out, but hey, there's a ladder there. I just want to say there's really not a lot of enemies around, which is not a bad thing, I would say. Especially since they just... I could feel punch here and have a ton of HP. Gas stone. That's new. Block of stone infused with hot gas. So they farted into it. Nice. Material used for crafting items, found in the ruined forges. Perhaps these were once used as fuel for the smithing process. Oh, nice. Great Potentate's cookbook number 13. Yay. Gonna be another jar explosion thingy that we're never gonna use anyways. Wait, where are the cookbooks? On it back here? No. They're here? Oh, they are. Okay. Hefty volcano pot. Yay. A record of crafting techniques of the greater potentate. Potentate? I'm still not sure how to pronounce it. Potentate, who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manners of things. Yeah, we saw that pot stuffing, I guess, in the cave last time. What's this? I don't remember picking this up. A record of crafting techniques left by the Fire Knights who served Mesmer the Impaler. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, there was a lot of impaled bodies around. I was assuming we're gonna find Mesmer in the castle, but I'm more and more getting the feeling we might be finding it here. Also interesting that the symbol on the book there looks like the rune I currently have active, which is Morgoth's rune, I think. He does the art of wielding fire for the benefit of soldiers setting out to join the crusade. Acquired and large craft following fire coil. Can I see the rune I have active? Well, I mean, I can see it down there, but, you know, like, the name of it. I guess I can just look at my inventory. It is Morgoth's Great Rune, okay. Which is the one increasing HP. I have to say, I never really, you know, like, experimented a lot with the Great Runes. Because you do need rune arcs for them to be active, right? So most of the time, if I use the rune arc, I was using... not Gideon. What was his name? The very first card bearer boss. Wow, I'm drawing a blank here. Godric, thank you. Godric's Great Rune, because I think it increases HP. What does it increase? Raise all attributes, yeah, exactly, which is just a baseline great rune, I would say. And all of the others, I feel, are much more... Don't run around it. Situational, is what I wanted to say. Come on, show me your beautiful butt. I'm not interested in your front parts. Also, that move reminds me so much of Dark Souls 2. Like those rhino thingies at the beginning of the game. Which is actually an attack you could abuse of them. And just stood behind them, they would always do that same move. And it was actually really easy to dodge and punish. Doesn't seem to be the case for those guys, though. Come on! Also, I feel like your friend was a lot easier. Wow, okay. Bigger than you are. Really? Come on! Can I just... Thank you. I'm really happy that there is a lot of those around so far. Just a handful. And so many smithing stones for all the beautiful weapons that we're finding here. And for sure gonna use, right? Because I used so many different weapons in my playthrough so far. Yes. Exactly like 3 of them. I'm much more of a comfort player. If I find something I'm comfortable with, I'm most likely gonna play, you know, like the whole rest of the game with using the same loadout all the time. Which is kind of a shame, especially in a game like this, where there's so many interesting different weapons and armors and spells. Bad ape. Don't break a running system, right? I mean, at this point, well, okay, I guess the DLC doesn't really know how far you are into the base game. Ooh, also, I have having FPS drops again. Because the game doesn't know at this point what you actually cleared in the base game. Well, it does know, of course, the game knows. But then, like, when the... Oh, okay, for a second I thought we'd just be going into the lava. When the devs made this, they weren't... They can't really tell what you have cleared of the base game before you hop into the DLC, right? I mean, they made it mandatory to defeat Radon and Orc, right? But apart from that, it might be that you level 1, have no weapons at all. So, of course it makes sense that there is... Actually, I don't really want to fight you, I have to say. It's just not worth the pain and all the flask usages, especially since I can't just run past you. To be honest, I'm pretty sure you cannot climb down ladders. Oh, we are gonna just walk through lava. Oh, isn't that great? Oh, love that. Alright, are you gonna be turning around? Okay, because I do wanna know what that dagger is all about. Well, I wasn't wrong about them not being able to climb ladders. But hey, why would you need to climb a ladder when you can just jump down? Now, now you're gonna, now you're trapped down there for all eternity. Nice. All right. I wanted to read the dagger. Smith script dagger. Dagger engraved with a Smith script, whatever it is. Reduced Mass. Reduced mass enhances the effects of the smithing arts, allowing this weapon to function as a throwing dagger for all attacks. Interesting. Once thrown, the dagger instantly reappears in the wielder's hand. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there's so many different new... Not different. There's so many new types of weapon here. Incompatible with Ashes of War that grant skills with an affinity. Oh, funny. Now they're actually walking into lava. So, can I just... do that? Really? Really, you throw it on the left side? Oh, come on. Because I really don't want to be spending more Blast on that guy. Wow, it deals almost as much damage as the lava does. Alright, I don't think we have a talisman for walking through lava. Not like with the rings in Dark Souls, right? So I guess we just have to slowly walk our way through there, which is great. Love it. Well, I mean, there might of course be one around that I'm not aware of, because I have no idea about the DLC. And I hope it will remain that way until we, like, experience it for ourselves. But there sure wasn't one in the base game that I'm aware of. Actually, I might want to use the battling cloth. Just to increase my passive healing, right? Immunity to fall damage. That doesn't really do anything here, unfortunately. Yeah, let's try the Blooding Cloth here. Increase the passive healing. I don't really want to go through all my flask usages that quickly. I mean, it's not gonna help me with the lava here, of course. He's just standing there. I could just go AFK now, and like in 10 hours, he's probably gonna be medium rare. We can actually eat it, right? Yum, 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 yum. Alright. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Huh. That deals a lot more damage than the lava in the hero's grave. I have no chance of making that. I guess I could equip fire resistance and stuff. Or we might have to come back later, and maybe there is something that... allows us to... Oh, I mean, I can't really see anything over there. Is there actually even anything over there? I guess I can't just... Wait, did I... Oh, first of all, I see there's a lever up there. How do I get up there? Alright, new goal acquired. That lever might just do something about the lava, right? Ah. Oh, hello. Guess I haven't been behind here yet. Don't mind me. Just passing through. Oh, I guess we could jump over there. So back up the ladder we go. Huh, maybe not. Have I been behind here? Yeah, I've been behind here. So I dropped down, right? Ah! How did I not see that before? Jump and run. Oh, hello. Even the sludges have smithing stones here. Oh, come on. Shield. Thank you. I just feel, like, more safe. Obviously. Running around in uncharted territory with a shield in front of my face. Makes sense, I guess. That's what shields are for, right? Yay, more smithing stones. That's exactly what I wanted. It's what I needed. It's what I wanted. Yeah, okay. I wonder if the golem and the lava... Probably not golems, right? They do look like... yeah, it's still cooking over there. I wonder if it's gonna actually die before we leave this place. That would be fun. Is there something up there first? No, doesn't seem like it. Alright, let's see what this lever is about. And the FPS drops again. Pull the lever, Kronk! It's probably gonna do something with that pipe. Ah, it is doing something with the pipe. Is it gonna, like, pump up the lava so that it can walk through there? No, it's just to jump over there, I guess. Okay, we can do that. So I guess that ladder really is just if you fail that jump and land in the lava. Like this. Okay, we made it, never mind. I can play Mario. I love platformers. Not in this game, though. Some droplets of hot molten, whatever it is. Poke. Poke. You would assume that would be dealing fire damage, right? But they don't. Or it's so few that I can't see change in my HP. What exactly is that? Oh. I guess we're going over there. Something to the right? Yes. I think that's where we came from, though. Yeah, that's the beginning. Okay. So we go over here. Alright, I like this so far. I love this so far. That's how all of the caves and catacombs are gonna be in the DLC. Then I really don't see why people are complaining. Hello. Anvil hammer and an ancient dragonsmithing stone. And that's it. Not even a boss? Are you kidding me? I mean, I shouldn't complain, because bosses in this game and this DLC are freaking scary. Anvil hammer. Probably a weapon. One of the treasures of the ruined forges, a tremendous hammer that incorporates as its head the red-hot anvil of the forge. Oh, it's a literal anvil hammer. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, it's in the name, duh. It is said that the anvil's shape is inspired by that of an altar, and that long ago it was indeed used as such in rite and ritual. Smithing art spears. I'm also not a user of Ashes of War, unfortunately. I know I'm a boring player. I'm sorry. I have my weapons. I have my R1, my R2, or my L1 when I'm power sensing, and that's it. I'm sorry. Basically. Alright, I guess that's it for this. Neat. Really cool design. Loved that. It's a little sad that there was no boss. Then again, as I said before, as I'm saying that, I'm like, yeah, maybe I should be happy that there wasn't a boss. Wrong button. Alright, let's get down that slope. See what's below there. No, wrong button again. I know, I'm so used to pressing left, because on left there's my lantern, and I basically always have the lantern out, because I think I said it already last time. That's also the reason why my game might look a little grayish, smudgy. Because I actually have my gamma settings really high. Because my new graphic, well, it's not new at this point, it's 2 years old now, I think. My graphics card renders black really, really dark, which is actually really cool. But unfortunately, I am not able to see. Like, literally. When I go... Where's the gamma settings? Am I stupid? Can I not change gamma settings during the game? Adjust brightness. There we go. Well, it's not even fully up. Interesting. Huh, okay, it's not even that bad then. Oh. But yeah, my new graphics card renders like really dark, and now when I, for instance, look at the recordings I have done for Dark Souls 1, go back all the way to Dark Souls 1 Remastered when I played that, in the dark areas I cannot see anything, even though I do remember being able to see. Because it's just now a new graphics card compared to back then. Just everything is so much darker. So I always have the lantern out. And I guess that's fine, because, you know, like, I'm realizing that a lot when I'm watching Valnek's stream, for example. When he played through Elden Ring, I also had that issue, because he did not have the lantern out at all times. Because obviously he wasn't having the same issues as me, and then it was really difficult for me to see actually something on screen, on stream, when he was playing. And a lot of times, oh, that's 2. I didn't see that there's 2 of them. Which has nothing to do with the blackness of my black. That was just me not looking very thoroughly. Looks like a swamp over there, I don't like that. But then again, as long as we're able to ride torrent, that shouldn't be a problem, right? Oh, okay. It does actually go beneath the stone bridge here. I wasn't sure when I looked at the map because it didn't look like it. Yeah, what I find annoying about the fact that it's so empty everywhere is that, of course, I'm still zigzagging, as you can see, all over the place to hopefully not miss anything. Just to, you know, like, not miss anything, because there just isn't anything around, right? Except for the beautiful vista. That's for sure a poisonous swamp. And there's even the Miranda flowers in there, right? Well, that's something for torrent. Although I don't really like riding on torrent in areas that I haven't explored yet. Because it makes you so much more prone to, you know, like, run into an ambush, run into a boss spawning that you don't want to trigger immediately and stuff like that. One hit wonder. Toxic mossling. Oh, cute. Rats! Didn't we speak about rats and mice earlier? How many runes do they have? More than 20, more than 15 probably. Oh, that's just sludge. Looked like a cloud or something, but then I saw it moving. I mean, one of those squirrels probably gives like 15 runes, I guess. Maybe it was one of those dying. That looks really cool over there. Are we gonna go there? Probably not. Is that a hut over there? I think that is a hut. Look at the beautiful moon. Nah, should have taken Ronnie to this. Actually, not what I wanted to press. Just want to say, I should have taken Ronnie here, but I mean, we are taking Ronnie here, right? More or less. He would have probably loved that moon. Although she probably would like a new moon or a full moon more than a half moon. Is it always night here? Is it just me? Festive grease. What the heck is that? Like, what does it do with your weapon? Is your weapon gonna be dancing? Is it gonna turn you into pinata? Wait, that should be somewhere here, right? Festive grease. Solidified knot grease made from a mixture of bone shards. Craft for light. Oh, how very festive. Yeah, coats armor, imparting a festive incantation that grants the wielder a scant few runes on landing attacks. Oh, that's actually cool. The effect lasts only for a short time. Oh, I see. The Delightful Festival is an old tradition, one old enough for the Erdtree to tacitly tolerate its endurance. I have no idea what that word means, but whatever. Okay, sounds like an interesting item, you know, to be using on some Albinorics, for example. Or I wonder if you can just, you know, like if there is something in the world that you can just hit and get runes from it by hitting it. Like a training dummy or something like that, that would be funny. Just hit a punching bag and get a million runes for it. Speaking of a million runes, and a million broken runes, a million skulls, right? I was here before. That's probably loot from the Miranda flower. No, I think the Miranda flowers are the big ones, right? Well, I guess there's also Miranda flowers, just small ones. Like Miranda bots, something like that. I mean, they're not really bots with a D. Like B-U-D. I mean, they're already blooming, right? Also, isn't a bud a leaf? I think buds turn into leaf, right? Not into flowers. Wait, that's interesting. Huh. Can loop all the way back here. I didn't expect that. Hello. Is it a boar? That is a boar. Does it attack me? It does attack me. Hey, finally a new type of critter, right? Haven't seen those before. Wow, it's already... Really? Have been playing over an hour already? Oh. Time flies. And we haven't really done a lot. Well, I guess we have explored the forge, right? Come on! There we go. More broken runes. And there's probably going to be another cave. Oh, I don't like the fact that we're going into uncharted territory. Like, I really would like to focus on what we can see on the map first. Another cookbook. Great. Things I'm probably never going to use. Like, I don't really care about poison, I guess. Don't know why I'm even... do care about your headbutt. Alright, that's great. Very exciting. Alex gruesome. I'm sure I want to continue in this direction. Well, I guess I do need to go to that hut. I'm hoping it is just gonna be a dead end, you know, because if it's not a dead end, then I don't like this. I hate expanding them. The one thing I hate most about open world games, and I do really not like open world games, is that I am just getting so overwhelmed by all the options and the possibilities as to where to go. Because I am a person that just loves to go through a list of things to do. And then, like, once you've completed that, to just be able to look at it and be like, look at what I've achieved before you go on to the next thing. And in an open world game, oh great. Usually the list just gets longer and longer. Even while you, again. Even while you know, like, check off things off the list. So I do actually like running into dead ends and stuff, because it means, you know, like, yay, nothing more to be explored on this path. What is that? Oh. Okay, that's new. A spirit spring has been unsealed. Interesting. Yeah, but I don't like the fact that I'm so far off the map. Because as I said, before I go into another part of the map, I would really love to, you know, like... I thought you were an enemy. Check off all the boxes. In what we already see on the map. Instead of adding new bullet points to our list. I just realized there is paintings again in this, in the DLC, right? Talisman of the Dread. O Bale, Tyrant Rake, do your wounds yet ache? Is your fury still yet to crest its zenith? Hurry, hurry, and lay it all to waste. Lay waste to the proud, the conceited, each, every last one of the arrogant lot. Dragon, huh? More dragons, I guess. Gonna be a dragon boss. That would be freaking epic. But then again, I feel like there isn't really gonna be anything there, right? By how this looks. Talisman, talisman, where are they? There they are. Raises potency of magma. My own, I hope. Talisman depicting the dread dragon of the jagged peak. Oh, maybe it is an area where we can go. Whose roars cause the peak's molten fury to boil and churn. Bale was the foul dragon's name, a terrible harbinger of destruction whose challenge to the ancient dragon lord ended in grievous mutual injury. Oh. So was it you who, you know, like, made Placidusax look like he does today? Oh, thanks for changing the weather for us so that we can actually have a look at the jagged peak. Yeah, it really doesn't look like an area where we could go. But there might be boss coming from there at some point, right? Have we been over there? Oh no, obviously we haven't. Is that this thing? Cannot see the waymark from here. Oh, okay. Let's ride the Spirit Spring. Look how beautiful this is, oh my god. Let's ride the Spirit Spring upwards. And then see if our list gets longer or shorter, right? Nothing else around here, which is kind of sad. But okay. Yeah, I was thinking that the Spirit Spring looked a little weird before. So I guess this teaches how this... Wow, well that's a spring. Holy crap. How this unsealing of Spirit Springs works. Hey, look at over there, that's a Mikala rune, whatever they're called. Just, I think, there. Huh. Yeah, I hope we can just go back here, and I hope there is nothing else to explore over here, and then we can just loop back to, you know, the castle area here, and, well, I guess we don't get in over the main bridge then, instead. Over here, but hey. Whatever, we'll see, right? Let me just go down here. I feel like there's probably gonna be at least one shadow tree fragment here, right? I should probably go there before I go into the castle slash whatever it is, stronghold. Buildings right up there. Assuming there is a higher chance of dungeon-like area and bosses being there, right? Probably. Shadow Altus. Oh, that's a different area, I don't like that. Yeah, I should probably rest at some point, right? I always unlock the... Nights of Grace, but I never really rested them. I do want to have a look, like up this staircase. See what this is about. That looks like horn scent. Or like a omen killer from behind. Come on, really? It is an omen killer. Interesting. It was an omen killer. I still another side of Grace over there. What, are you kidding me? Well, I guess I can't just reach that from here. Oh no, I totally can. I am... Oh, but I can't get to this one from down there. That's interesting. Well, I guess the Omen Killer would probably drop down on us if we just walked below there. Also, this kind of looks like it would open at some point. Or could be opened. So this might just be a shortcut once we're actually inside the fort. Do I want to have a look at this? I don't know. I might just teleport back here and explore this area first. Or maybe even this area first, right? And then go up here. But now that I'm here, I'm really intrigued. Yeah, that's my natural curiosity, I guess. It's also actually a good point to have a little break. Because I kinda need to pee. So weird how empty all of these areas are. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a small 5 minutes break. And then we're gonna have a look at this fort. I think... I really want to go into this today, though. So maybe we're just gonna go back here and have a look up here. So that we can actually go into this area. And then come back here next time or something like that. It's a thorn. I guess we'll just maybe activate Light of Grace over there. Oh, I guess this is the bait, right? So that the Omen Killer can jump behind you. Yeah, this does look like a small dungeon, maybe a medium-sized dungeon. Like in, like Castle Soul. Does give up those vibes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna touch the Site of Grace. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. And then we're gonna go to this area next. Not this fort for today. We're gonna save that for next time, I guess. Or after. I mean, it might be that we're just done with all of this in 5 minutes, right? Who knows? I don't think so, but yeah. Alright, let's have a break. Let's have a Kit Kat. This should be a beautiful angle ride. And see you in 5 minutes. Once I actually sit at this Site of Grace. Come on. There we go. See you in 5 minutes.